Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Scott, you are watching GameSpot. We're here today to stream a little bit of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, the latest zombies update, Shaolin Shuffle. I'm actually here with developer Lee Ross, who's gonna walk us through it, give us all of the details, because otherwise we would probably just die a lot. I know the Pam Grier is in here somewhere. There's like disco and kung fu and all kinds of crazy stuff. So we're pretty excited to get into all that. I'm also joined by video producer Joey Yee.
Hello.
If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe, because we're going to be doing more of this kind of stuff in the future, so you can follow along and catch up on all that. But for now, I think we're pretty much just going to jump straight into a match, just get to the action. So Lee, do you want to give us at least a little bit of an intro about what we're about to experience?
Yeah, we're going to take you on a trip back in time. We did it in the 1980s in Zombies in Spaceland. We did it in the 90s with Rave in the Redwoods.
Now you're going back in time.
We're going to go a little bit further. We're going to jump back into the 1970s, classic New York City. In fact, we're going to start in the subway of New York City, and you're going to really find out why we're dubbing it Fear City. This place is quite horrific and a nice trip through history to remind people just how terrible New York was in the 70s. It was not really like it was today, where it was a fun place to visit and tour around. So.
Yeah, from what I understand, which is mainly the movie The Warriors, it was really kind of a, bit of a dangerous place to be.
Whoops.
There were like guys with face paint and baseball bats. It was a real bad scene.
Yeah, a whole lot of that. And in this place, we've kicked it up a notch. I mean, we've gotten rid of the baseball bats and face paint, but you know what? We've thrown in some zombies for good measure, and there might be some really big rats.
I heard something about roller skating zombies too, which seems extra terrifying. So thanks for that. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, we got to have roller skating zombies. Roller skating was a huge thing in the 70s, rinks all over the place. And of course, we have to make those roller skaters really deadly.
Whoop.
So not only will they just be skating at you really quick, but they're going to be blowing up in your face too.
Oh my God.
Yay! Yeah, before we started, you were actually saying that in Rave in the Redwoods, the average first run would last around 10 or so. Apparently for this, so far, it's been around like round 5 or 6.
Yeah, first-time players are up for a good challenge this time around. Like I said, we've kicked up the difficulty quite a bit in this one in comparison, but we've also outfitted players with some really good stuff, like our Kung Fu combat techniques and some new Fate and Fortune cards that they can bring into this gameplay space.
Although we have to survive until round 5 to actually get the Kung Fu powers.
That's always the catch, right?
Okay,
That's
well, we're at
always the
scene
catch.
2.
So I'm going to come in here and show us the lovely Pam Grier so I can kick us off. She's going to introduce us to these awesome Kung Fu powers, which were featured in the dojo. But before we can jump into that, she's going to make us prove our worth. So we got to kill some zombies. She wants us to get to know our enemies just a little bit better, up close and personal. And so we're going to kill some zombies, make it to 5, hopefully. Then we're going to come back to Pam, and she's going to hook us up.
Again, assuming we live that long.
We
so
got
what inspired
this.
you guys to go back to the 70s after having progressed from the 80s and 90s? You didn't want to do like an early 2000s boy band zombie pack?
Oh man, that was top of our list. But you know what? We want to keep our players guessing all the time. So I think it was comfortable to say that most people thought 80s, 90s, yeah, they're going to go 2000s next. And so this was our big curveball. We wanted to make sure that we keep players on their toes and they don't know what to expect from the Infinite Warfare team working on zombies. So this is a trip back in time where Willard was just as dastardly as he's always been, but he also was into Kung Fu a little bit. So he was jumping into the blaxploitation that was taking place in the 70s, and also all the Kung Fu movies that were coming out at that time, like Way of the Dragon and things. So nods to Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris and all those guys that ruled the 70s. This is our love letter to them.
Dude, the 70s were literally the golden age of cinema. So I'm excited to be diving into the weird Kung Fu. That was one of my favorite eras of cinema for sure.
Yeah, there was some great stuff, and Pam really was a defining moment in that era. I mean, going back to Coffee and Jackie Brown and Foxy Brown and all the things that she starred in. We wanted to bring a really strong female character to the table, and I really think she encapsulates that character. That era dominated by Pam Grier all over the place.
Definitely a stark contrast to Kevin Smith, your last sort of like celebrity to join in on the fun. Oh no, I got swiped from behind.
Kevin Smith.
No.
Yes, quite a stark contrast. Kevin being sort of the anti-hero, so to speak. But yeah, Pam was definitely the hero. And so we wanted to, like I said, bring a really strong female character into this mix. And I got you. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. We're back.
I got from behind.
Keep an eye on your Fate and Fortune cards once those things are ready, guys. You can make use of those. They can keep you alive just a little bit longer.
Already up to scene 4. So far, not too bad.
Not too bad.
Sticking with the pistol for now.
I think we'll live to see 5, right?
It's
You
always
say that
possible.
now.
Yeah, we're getting close, and it's going to be time for a new weapon for me.
Yep, same. Any suggestions? I don't really know this map at all, so I
So
will
the
take
UDM, which is one of our new pistols that we've just released, it's actually in this first starting area here. So
cool.
let's go ahead and get one of those into our arsenal.
We got a bunch of guys coming. I'm just gonna have to punch them.
Don't forget you got grenades at your disposal, so feel free to let those fly.
Bullets filling up these walking corpses, man.
And I love that I got to play as Poindexter because he's the guy with the attitude in this one. If you didn't notice when he came in, he started with the double middle fingers. So he's gone from being our nerdy character to our sort of tripped out raver in the 90s to all of a sudden he's a rebel with a serious cause in this. So you're going to see a lot of teenaged angst coming from our character Poindexter in this episode.
I'm just trying to imagine the table read where you're explaining this to your voice actors. Okay, guys, here's what we're doing next.
Well, Poindexter was played by the wonderful Seth Green, and he really brings these characters to life. So we had a great time bringing this alternate version of Poindexter to life. And we got scene 5, baby. So we're gonna head back into the dojo. Now, you have 4 different powers to choose from in here. So pick something, but please know that each round you can come back and swap out that power if you need to. Oh, watch out because we do have roller skating zombies. These guys
Dragon
love
style,
to detonate right in your
snake
face.
Whoop.
Green.
I picked Dragon Style. Ooh, then I got...
And notice we altered the music for this round, so we've got that classic 70s funk sound.
Yeah, no, Rob Handlery, one of our video producers, apparently a huge disco fan, and is really bummed to not be in on this stream today. Oh no!
That's not good.
Yeah, wait, where did we
Those
get
roller
got from?
skating disco
Oh,
guys.
that's why. Okay.
explode,
I was like,
yeah.
who got me? But they blew up on me. That's why I didn't see anybody when I turned around.
Make our way to the ramp.
Yeah. Hey Lee, what are you up to? You want to come save our asses? Because those roller skating zombies were exactly as dangerous as you said.
Just give me a moment.
Yeah, we're trying to pick them off as they're coming up to you. So.
Looks like we're almost out of this round, and I can get down. I can get you guys up as soon as these guys are cleared out here.
I got 3 seconds, and then I'll just go to the arcade.
You're afterlife in it, guys. And that's actually not a bad thing because we do want to make mention that the Afterlife arcade has made its triumphant return in Shaolin Shuffle. So for those of you that end up in the afterlife, you've got something to do. You've got some baskets to shoot. You got some arcade games to play, and we've got some new arcade ROMs in there to check out. So make sure when you guys are in there, check out those arcade machines. We got some cool new stuff to check out there.
Any other new? You mentioned a new pistol recently. Any other new weapons to look out for?
Oh yes. So I'll actually take you over to them. We have the RVN, which is also located in this map. But that UDM that I mentioned is sitting on that car right down in the front if you guys need it. It's a great automatic pistol. Great at putting just a couple of shots in or a whole lot if you need to in a pinch.
I got in front of Pam.
And I'm going to jump into my Kung Fu style.
That's the bummer thing about coming back from the afterlife. If you only have a pistol, so until you get something better, you are in dire straits.
So remember, if you got your Kung Fu style right on your D-pad, and you guys can go into ass-kicking mode here. And if you didn't hear, our lovely director Willard Wyler is still around, causing trouble, making fun of us.
Naturally.
Of course. We haven't escaped the grips of Willard Wyler just yet.
I do appreciate how much like subtle narrative has been, and especially the continuation among all the different chapters. It's become an increasingly important part of the zombies experience.
Yes. Oop. You guys down?
Yep.
All right, let's see if I can get over to you. Oop, I got to take a couple more guys down. And I've ranked up my first power here, so I've got shurikens I can throw now, which gives me a little bit of a range attack. So the key thing about these martial arts skills is that we really wanted to draw players in. We introduced that melee combat in Raven the Redwoods, where you started off with just your bare hands and you had to find a melee weapon. Well, we wanted to improve upon that, and now we have the ability to jump into these Kung Fu powers. Now, there's a trade-off. The Kung Fu powers really get you up close and personal. So that means that you're vulnerable to more deadly attacks, but they're really, really strong powers. So at the same time, you're also able to do some really big damage to these zombies. I'm gonna go ahead and open a couple of other locations, and I'm gonna get a refill on my gourd here. And now these gourds, one thing to mention is that they're actually featured all throughout the map here. So once you open up a location, you don't actually have to return to the dojo to restore your kung fu power once you've chosen one.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So they're located all around the map. And again, at the start of each round, if you've used up your kung fu powers, you can always return back to one of those gourd locations and restock your power. It is free of charge, of course.
Get some disco going.
You guys having fun in the heebie-jeebies punk rock room, huh?
Oh, is that where you guys are at? I'm back at the dojo right now. I went to the subway, got a Banshee. It's kind of it's my personal favorite of the weapons available so far. Oh, the reload is real slow though.
Yeah, if you have the smart shot there, the auto targeting on that Banshee is really, really fun to lay waste to these zombies with. All right, see if I can head back over to you guys now.
Just playing some basketball in the afterlife.
Oh, I am down.
Oh no!
I couldn't get to you. It was too crowded over there.
Yeah,
so
man.
like I said,
You're
we hit 7. If this is your first time playing, that's not actually bad for us. But this is a much, much harder map this time around.
Yeah,
now,
it seems like it. Those roller skating zombies, you're not kidding. Like,
yes.
they come from nowhere and suddenly you're down to like no help.
Yeah, and so Raven the Redwoods, we kind of made you feel a little comfortable. So you had that capability of you're dealing with the Yetis who are fighting you kind of from a distance. But in Zombies in Spaceland, where we had the killer clowns that ran up to you, that's kind of a return back to that behavior where it's like, don't be in a corner, don't trap yourself. You really have to keep an eye on your surroundings. So in this level, what you can do is get that verticality, get up into a high location and sort of scout the area before they can get to you. So getting into tight corners, being in the alleys, being in the interiors is a really deadly thing on those waves. So just keep an eye on that while you're playing.
That ramp up to the rooftop seemed to be a good kind of bottleneck.
Yes.
You get some zombies funneling up that.
Yeah.
You just take them
Stay
out
up
one at
there.
a time. So as long as you get somebody watching your back, so nothing
Absolutely.
sneaks up on you.
Absolutely.
Seems like a good place to be. I know you guys also added some new Fate and Fortune cards. So after this round, we can take a look at some of that new content as well.
Yeah, I'll actually talk about one. I actually have one of them in my arsenal now, which is Irish Luck. And the cool thing about this card is it actually gives you the ability to spawn any Fate and Fortune card that's available. So whether you own that Fate and Fortune card or not, you can actually spawn and have the capability of using that card on the fly. Now, it's a double-edged sword. You might end up getting Carpenter, but on the other side of it, you could end up spawning nukes for yourself.
What do you have against Carpenter, man? It's useful sometimes.
Sometimes. Oh man, it's fun. I had a lot of fun writing the dialogue for this episode because Poindexter is beginning to sort of figure out what's going on in Willard's world, and he really hates boarding windows. He's going to complain about that this entire episode. In fact, he kind of digs at the fact that where are all these boards coming from?
Starting to become self-aware.
And can't we think of something better than boards to put up here? And so he's got a lot of sarcasm in regards to dealing with the boards in this map.
Decided to kind of mess with the fourth wall a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's always fun.
Oh, totally.
Look at that
You
Banshee.
might as well. I mean, Zombies is kind of this arena where you can just do whatever sounds fun, do whatever you think will get a laugh. That's kind of the beauty of it. There's so much latitude.
Yeah, we want to push the envelope, and plus it gives us, this whole movie theme that we have going on gives us a ton of creativity. We can really go anywhere that we want to with this. I mean, I'm just going to be making this up, and I'm sure the community is going to say, oh, that's going to be the next map. But if we wanted zombie giraffes, for instance, I mean, we could do it. We could do pretty much anything we want to in this. So
I think The Last of Us already did zombie giraffes, didn't they?
So yeah, I mean, we have the flexibility to kind of do anything, go anywhere that we want, fight against anything we want. Obviously, we're having a great time fighting against zombies, but who knows in the future what kind of enemies you might face. There's things that we've introduced in this map, like I said, we have the roller skating zombies, but the big menace of this map, the big villain here is the Rat King. He's sort of overtaken this city, caused this whole scourge and outbreak to take place, and now we're trying to shut down all of the problems that he's created and also find our way out of this film.
So you guys were making this one. What were you looking to for inspiration? Like, what were you guys just studying photos of the New York subway system in the 70s, or what?
Well,
Kung Fu movies, I guess, must have been a big part of it.
yeah, that definitely was a big part of it. Fortunately, I was born in the 1970s in New York City, so this was a return back to home for me.
Huh.
I actually lived through that horrible Fear City experience, and this was it was interesting going back and recreating these spaces and kind of saying, you know what? this is exactly how bad New York looked, except there weren't this many zombies. I mean, there were zombies, they just were of a different sort.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But the rats were a real thing. The rats had overtaken New York City in the 70s. It was a major problem. It was a scourge of the city. So playing up on that fact, I think, was something that goes back and is true to the homage of this era. So as far as what we were looking at, obviously I watched and referenced a ton of stuff in regards to the stuff that Pam worked on. So watching Coffee, watching Foxy Brown, but then also looking at some of the other blaxploitation films, like Dolomite, for instance. I mean, there's a lot of oh, you gotta watch it. There's a lot of great content out there that really helped inspire not only the sound but the look and feel of this space as well. And we also want to keep key landmarks in place. So we have things like the World Trade Center, the Empire State Building, the Brooklyn Bridge. So there's landmarks that really make this space feel like you're back in the Big Apple, and what we like to reference in this episode, the Big Rotten Apple.
So clearly this map is bigger than what we've seen so far.
Yeah,
I have not noticed those landmarks yet.
This map is much bigger, but they're key points of reference. So if you kind of look at the skyline around you, you can see that this space spreads out really large. So we've got the Chrysler Building, we've got the Brooklyn Bridge, the Trade Center, the Empire State Building, like I mentioned before, and we want to make sure that those help guide the player through this map. One of the things about Raven the Redwoods is that you kind of had a flat, open look at the area. Well, in this space, it makes it a little bit tougher because all the buildings are so tall, so you can't really see, over the walls and over all the air conditioning units and everything that's sitting on top of the rooftop. So being able to look up at the skyline and go, okay, if I head in that direction, I know where I'm heading. So those are all points of reference to help the player navigate through this space.
That's smart, and actually probably a really good pro tip. Hey, you don't know where you are? Check out the skyline. Also, I am enjoying that gives us obstacles to run around, because you can kind of it makes it easier to evade the zombies when you can skirt around a crate that they can't quite move as quickly around. Unless they have roller skates, in which case you're screwed.
That is oh so true.
All right, scene 5.
All right.
Kung Fu time.
Should I go tiger? So what are the differences between the different animal styles exactly?
That's a great question. So the difference are, well, let's start off with this. The base mechanics are that you gain the ability to do basic martial arts moves at round 1, at level 1 basically. But if you notice on my inventory screen, I actually have the ability to have multiple slots filled in for each of those techniques. So as I go through and I complete these challenges that are assigned to me, I sort of rank up almost in the scheme of how you rank up in martial arts. So, you might start off as a white belt, you go to green belt, you go to black belt, and so forth and so on. So we have this sort of ranking system within this. So it's like a micro progression built into the game. So as you're playing through each of these powers, you complete these challenges that are assigned to you. Let me go grab my power.
I went for Crane this time. It's going okay so far.
Yeah, you can gain capabilities like the ability to throw a shuriken, or the ability to have some moves that can wipe out an entire train of zombies behind you. So hopefully we can last long enough. I'll show off some of those capabilities here.
Which one gets you nunchucks? That's what I want.
None of them give you nunchucks straight out of the gate, but that's a great point. There are nunchucks featured in this map, and man, are they so fun to use.
I saw them in the trailer and I was like, man, give me some of those.
Yeah, nunchucks aren't the only thing. Like I said, you've got shurikens to throw, and of course, if you look really closely, man, we've got this amazing katana that somehow, some way, you can get your hands on this thing. And I have to say, putting it through the Pack-a-Punch machine really steps up your game.
I hope we survive long enough to find that. I think we're doing a little better this round there. I'm personally doing better.
Oh, I am almost dead. Oh, not dead.
Where are you at?
I am still down punching and kicking guys in the face.
Are you
And that's another thing to bring up is that's something that you don't normally see is you get to see me throw kicks. So I'm booting these guys to the chest, and that is so much fun to do.
It's definitely something very different for Call of Duty. I don't remember any Kung Fu in any previous Call of Duty games.
No, this is all original, first time for Call of Duty and first time in the Zombies universe that you're getting to do Kung Fu.
Yeah, that was me, Joey. I picked up a nuke in a backpack and it just, yeah, that'll happen.
All right, I'm going to start opening up some more locations so that we can spread out through this space a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. Where are we headed next? What's the next thing you're...
What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually lead us over to a location here where I wanted to show off this because we actually have fast travel routes built into the map, and this is one of the shortcuts. But the only way you can use this shortcut is by having Kung Fu powers. So you destroy that barrier, and now I can drop down onto the rooftop in which I was before. Also, I can break open these doors. Now, if I find the exit to this fast travel portal, I can zip around the map. So I'm gonna look for those doors, those wooden doors that have the 4 chi symbols. And by opening those up, I'm gonna open some hot routes around the map that can really get us moving quick.
You guys never disappoint on like these elaborate scenarios and like all the different things you have to do in order to enable the big final payoff. It's pretty crazy. I don't know how people would ever figure all of this out completely on their own, to be honest.
You know, largely it's a community effort, and we love seeing that. We love seeing the guys get together and sort of figure out step by step and say, you know, hey, how do I get past this thing? What's the next thing? I found this thing to do. And so we love seeing the guys come together. We've seen that some people have actually solved the main Easter egg and have killed the Rat King, which is really exciting for us.
Already? Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Not as fast as Raven the Redwoods. That one was done in record time. This one took a little bit longer. But we love the challenge that we've set forth for players. Whether you're playing solo or whether you're playing with the team, even if you've seen people do it online, I recommend try doing it yourself, man. Just because some of the best players in the world can do it, doesn't necessarily mean everyone's gonna be able to do it. So jump in here, give it a try, check out these Kung Fu powers. You never know, you might find something that you really dig, and laying waste to these zombies with the boot to the chest, man, it never gets old. It never gets old.
I'm actually finding that almost more effective than I was with the Banshee, which is kind of, it feels empowering to be like struggling so much last game and now really utilizing the, or last match, and now utilizing the Kung Fu powers, doing significantly better.
All right, so we're gonna hit, I think, a skater wave here, so be careful. There they come.
Are y'all hanging out in this little area down here?
The courtyard.
Is it a bar? It is a bar.
Ooh, they're training over here. Let me see if I can get some of these guys before they get to me.
Can they roller skate up and down stairs?
They sure can.
I was like, these stairs will protect me. Apparently not.
Oh,
I got you. Just shoot whoever's coming up behind me. All right, I got you.
Thank you.
Oh, God. Yeah, these rotating zombies are the worst.
And here's that other new weapon I was talking about, the RVN. And this thing is so fun because you can actually split this gun apart into 2. And then, of course, put it back, and boom. And don't forget, when this round ends, if you're out of Kung Fu power, we're gonna hit one of these gourds that are close by and restock that power so we can lay waste back into these guys.
Yeah, I've got a
And
little, but...
at the same time, we want to go ahead and rank up those Kung Fu powers.
I did unlock the Shoryuken, so I haven't actually used it yet.
All right, so if you've got a weapon in your hand, good time to reload.
All right.
I'm gonna pick up max ammo, so we've got all the goods.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
And I need just a little bit more cash, and we're gonna go ahead and get this next door open.
What
here.
is the dollar amount on the next one?
Into the disco we go.
Oh, you're way ahead of me. Never mind.
So if you feel like getting funky and you want to rock it out in the disco,
man.
Saturday Night Fever, here we come. Shout out to the Zombies dev team. Look at these guys hanging out. Oh, look at all these handsome devs here. Except for that guy right there. No one likes him. No one likes that guy with the curly hair. We shoot him first.
Whoa.
Nuke time.
That was actually probably a great time for a nuke.
Great time for a nuke.
Because that room was starting to fill up. I saw all the zombies gathering at the edges.
And we're gonna try and head upstairs in here so we can get the power on.
Right behind you.
So something cool that we did with this that we've kind of been continuing through this whole experience is allowing the characters to sort of change the archetype that they're playing as. So I mentioned earlier Poindexter being that nerd and then eventually being the raver in the 1990s and now ultimately ending up as a punk rocker in the 1970s. It's been a lot of fun sort of taking them through these varying different experiences. See if I can get this doorway open so we can get out of this tight spot.
I'm down on the dance floor, by the way. Actually, oh, it looks like we both are.
You know what? Down on the dance floor. Sounds like
not a bad place to
sounds
be.
like a zombies movie.
How are we doing on this? I think this round may almost be over though, so if we go down, we'll just automatically we'll be back.
I'll see if I can hang it for you guys here.
Oh, hey, what's up? I see you.
Get down.
You're directly above us.
And I'm gonna play that Irish luck card, which gave me a nuke.
Nice. Again, amazing timing, and I'm back.
You never can tell what you'll get from that. You never can tell.
All right, where are you at? I'm now on the walkway above. Oh, there you are. Hey, what's up,
All
man?
right, hey, hey. I'm going back into Kung Fu mode here so we can cause some more trouble.
And make my way over there.
Oh, I can't. It's not letting me re-enable my Kung Fu. I must be out of power, I guess?
Yeah, so you want to get the gourd. There's actually one on the lower level right below us.
Okay.
So if you head downstairs, you can actually grab a gourd that's hanging out on the wall there.
Okay. I'm not sure what they look like, but I'm gonna try to find.
Depending on the power that you have,
I found it.
they're a glowy color.
Yeah, I got it. Glowy blue, matching
Yeah,
the
there
crane
you
style
go.
that I picked up originally. That makes sense.
And when you're in Kung Fu mode, make sure you pay attention to that challenge you have in the top left. So for myself right now, I have the Shuriken challenge, which is I need to hit 20 more zombies with Shurikens. Now, by completing those challenges, like I mentioned earlier, looking at your inventory screen, you can see that these can be ranked up and they offer new capabilities. So that micro progression is really important here if you want to last in later rounds.
They're back. Yeah, backpack.
I'm lost in the dance on the dance floor.
And of course, we couldn't keep away from it. We've introduced Ghosts and Skulls 1 and 2, but since we were going back in time, now we've got Skullbuster, the prequel to Ghosts and Skulls 1 and 2. And I have to imagine there's gotta be a way to play that game.
You think so?
I think so. In
Seems like a
fact,
fair bet.
you probably want to get something to clean this screen off first, because no one likes to play with blood on the screen.
I got mobbed above the dance floor. Oh yeah, you're right next to me though.
It's getting hot in here, guys.
Yes, it is. If you get a chance to get back to the
I'm gonna
walkway-
actually head upstairs and get out of that room because it's just a little too claustrophobic in there for me. And I'm also gonna hit another power switch up here. This will give us access to another perk because quickies is always good to have.
Yeah, have we reached a Pack-a-Punch machine yet? I haven't seen one.
Ooh, we have not reached a Pack-a-Punch machine yet. But there is a Pack-a-Punch machine to be found. What good
You mentioned
would
it
be?
earlier,
What
and it
good would
involved
be?
the katana. Again, hopefully we make it that far. We're doing significantly better this time, up to scene 7. Or sorry, scene 9.
Put some skee ball over here.
I hope you guys are enjoying your return to the Afterlife Arcade.
This is my first time here this match, which makes me feel a little better about myself.
Alright.
And I am also enjoying the soundtrack.
Yeah, we've mixed it up quite a bit here. So we've got not only the disco of that era, but we've also got the funk from that era. We also have the punk rock that really was being birthed in New York City at that time. It was a big punk rock movement at that time.
Yeah, man, you got any Ramon songs in here? Or?
Oh, there's a lot of good stuff in here. So I recommend people checking out this particular rooftop because there is some really cool right here with this record player. So keep an eye out on this map. You might be able to find something that will make the music follow you all around the map. Everybody needs their hero theme music, as I'm Gonna Get You Sucker would say. And you guys are not too far off from coming back. I think we're down to the last couple of zombies here. Where are you at, boys?
So what do you have to do to activate that the trap on the dance floor?
Oh, so you can just walk up to this trap.
Oh,
you
it's
have
a
750
okay.
cash. Now that doesn't look like
super
a
easy.
very nice floor cleaner, does it? I wouldn't want to mess around with that thing.
That's like a Frank West style floor cleaner.
But I will say, very much so. I will say, it definitely cleans up the dance floor in a very interesting way.
You've been waiting to use that, haven't you?
All day.
That's
all
good.
day.
That's
It's been
good.
in
I
my
like
pocket.
it. Wordplay. Big fan.
So I've gotten to the other side of the city street here, on the other side of the disco. Looks like I got just a couple more guys to take out. And you guys should be back.
Yup. I got my Banshee back. Let's see. Is there another way out of the subway besides the way we took at the very beginning? Because I'm way behind you.
There is, however, we have not opened it yet. So let's see if I can make my way over to you guys and give you a little protection here.
Whoa. Scene 10. Zombies are more powerful.
Yeah, it's really all about the upgrading of your weapons. So remember, if you're playing MP or you're playing zombies, your weapons are being leveled up, and you want to take a look at those weapon build kits, man. You can really turn the tide against the enemies here by adding new attachments or capabilities to your weapons. So definitely keep an eye on what you can bring new to the table. I'm gonna restock my gourd here and keep working on my challenge. If I can get out of here without dying.
You got this.
Because we clearly don't.
See if I can get to you guys.
Might be able to get Scott.
I'm
going.
I'm hanging in there.
I'm going. See if I can get to you. Oh, I missed that shuriken throw pretty badly.
I got 5 seconds.
Is it clutch? Is it going to be a clutch move?
1.
Oh,
Oh, so close.
sorry.
No
Sorry,
worries.
Scott. We almost had that.
We can bring it back. It'll be fine.
Oh, and I am down.
No!
Yeah, it's getting hot in here. I told you, this
Man.
Shaolin Shuffle is a lot tougher.
Yeah, you weren't kidding.
A lot tougher.
Our second round was clearly better than our first.
And
set,
we're making better progress every time. Like I said, I think in the time that we have, we'll probably get about 3, 4, 5 matches in maybe.
We should check out those fake cards right now.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
We have time for at least one more match. After
Yeah,
that.
let's take a look at that. So, like I mentioned, there are the new Fate and Fortune cards, and I mentioned Irish Luck, which I actually have in my arsenal now. But we also, we're always adding new Fate cards, and we've got some pretty cool ones here. So let me get down to the bottom. Here. So Twist of Fate. This is literally spawning and having a tornado run around and destroy zombies for you here. So that one's super awesome.
Any friendly fire on that, or just zombies?
No friendly fire.
Perfect.
But since we're short on time, let's go ahead and jump back in.
All right.
I'm not going to take Twist of Fate in with me because I really like using that Irish Luck. I could actually end up with Twist of Fate with Irish Luck. You never know. And we're going back into Fear City. Now you see why we call it Fear City.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, would you guys want to
You know
visit
what? It makes sense.
1970s New York?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, right?
Only if I got the ability to spawn twisters in front of me. Then I would do it.
That changes everything. Being able to spawn a twister in front of you. It's like, yeah, New York, I'm coming to visit.
Not a bad superpower if that was an option.
I'm going to take a different route out of here. We'll go through the alley first next time. See, I was kind of touching on it before, but I wanted to mention, we've sort of been transforming these characters multiple times as we go from decade to decade to decade. And this episode is no different. You're getting to learn a lot more about the hero's backstory in this episode. So you got to learn a little bit about Willard Wyler in Raven the Redwoods and kind of what he's up to. And there are some things that you can find in this map that help reveal the backstory of these characters based off of information that Willard Wyler's sort of been compiling. And it gives you an idea that he's up to something big, and we're kind of scratching the surface of what exactly that might be. And so in this episode, you're going to get to learn a lot more about Poindexter. In fact, if you notice in the bottom left, we're all rocking our New York State driver's licenses, which now, for the first time, we're revealing a little bit more detail about the players, like their full names. So like Poindexter Zitterman, or Andre Wright.
Plenty of things for fans to read into.
Exactly.
And plenty of things for you guys to capitalize on in future Zombies installments.
Yeah.
So this is the third Zombies map so far for Infinite Warfare.
Yes.
I know there's at least a fourth. Is the fourth the final? Or is there going to be a fifth and sixth maybe?
You never can tell. We've got a lot of content up our sleeve. We have a pretty strong desire to end this whole thing in a way that I think fans will really appreciate. DLC 2, obviously, Shaolin Shuffle's got a lot of content built into it, but we're an ambitious team, and what we have planned for DLC 3 and for DLC 4, we think we have something really special set up for fans.
I can't wait to see it. For people who weren't here at the beginning, I mentioned it at the top, but this is Shaolin Shuffle. It is the latest map in Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty Zombies. It came out yesterday on PS4. It's coming at an unannounced date in the future on Xbox. But if you're a PS4 player, you can jump in right now. This is available. It is live on the internet.
Yeah, we'll get it to PC players as well, right around when it comes out for Xbox. So don't forget, you guys will be jumping into the Shaolin Shuffle as well. All right, so we got Pam chatting with us now, and now we just got to take it to 5, and we can get inside of the cool boards and rock some of those powers.
Somehow we're still only seeing 2. Where are these zombies we need to finish off to end the scene?
Coming up from the subway. Never
Yep.
far behind. Never too far behind.
All right, scene 3, here we go.
How do I find this path within?
I will say I really like Pam Grier's throne, like the gigantic dragon sculpture. Pretty cool.
Yes.
Digging it.
Yeah, Pam is, if you don't notice, she's kind of ethereally speaking to us. She's transcended even speaking to us like a normal person. I mean, she's pretty much a ninja.
And to be clear, this is actually Pam Grier's voice. Like you work with Pam Grier.
This is Pam Grier's voice. We had the lovely opportunity of bringing her in, actually scanning her to get her actual data. So this is an exact replica of Pam Grier. On top of that, you know, obviously we got to bring her into the VO booth, and what's always fun about bringing the actors in is there's certain pieces of charm that they bring to the characters that you can never expect when you're writing the content. But these characters get brought to life by some really amazing talent, and Pam's been no different. She really helped bring herself to life as that heroine that I spoke about earlier. You know, we wanted to really empower this sensei character, and Pam really, really sells that concept. All right, we're at 3, so we're getting close to that 5.
I think we're nearly through 3. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go.
4.
Thought I heard the noise.
And I'm gonna try and take us down this alleyway first next time.
Go over here. Oh yeah, okay. I see what you're talking about. I have nearly enough cash, so let me know when you want to do that.
As long as you got a good weapon.
I got the Banshee. It's been working for me. That seems to be a strong enough weapon that I can just kind of hang on to it through most of the rounds. But you know what? Hey, if you've got the cash, if you're offering.
Speaking of cash, there is definitely a way to share cash in this map as well. So keep your eyes peeled for a location where you can drop off cash in the subway and also pick up cash. So if you're short on cash and one of your teammates has some money, they can always spread the wealth just a little bit.
That's a new feature, right? I don't think you were able to share cash before, were you?
Oh, we've always had it. We've rethemed it in every map. It's in Spaceland, it was literally an ATM system. In Raven the Redwoods, it was handled a little bit differently, and in this map, obviously, we're handling it a little bit differently as well. So we want players to be able to help each other out, especially it being a co-op experience. It's all about you're only as good as your teammates, right? So if they're alive, chances are you're alive. So spreading the wealth is an important thing to do.
I see you open that alley, so we'll come.
Yes, I got that alley opened up.
Although, if you want to come back, we are now able to get powers.
Yep, and that is exactly what we want to do.
Oh, they're not here.
I don't mean to stare, but aren't you?
I'm gonna keep with that dragon style.
I'm going Tiger style this time. See how that works out.
Tiger style. Shout out to Wu-Tang Clan.
Man, if you could get Wu-Tang Clan in the next episode, that would be fantastic.
There's definitely some Wu-Tang inspirational dialogue here. Those guys definitely loved the martial arts movement of the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big thing in New York City. I was growing up in the city at the same time as, you know, RZA and Raekwon and Meth and all these guys. So there's definitely some inspiration based off 36 Chambers for sure.
That's awesome, man.
Hey, Scott, coming into the dojo.
Oh, hey, what's up? You're down. Let me get you real quick. Hey, what's up?
Thank you.
Okay, you're good. Sweet. Everything's fine.
And we've got fire sale, I believe, going on. So if you guys have a little bit of cash, head over to the magic wheel. You guys can pick up something here.
Oh, good call. Is that up on the roof?
It is up on the rooftop.
Magic wheel it is. So we're back up here.
You must first prove you are ready. As what you must face is greater than you.
Oh, and look at this cool record sitting right here. I wonder what it does. I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up.
Where are you at? Oh, you're down at the Punk Club.
Nothing in my inventory though, and I have a record. We're sneaky in this one.
Magic Wheel's telling
You
me
guys
out
are
of
gonna
order.
find things that don't
Whoa,
necessarily
there was
show
a-
up in your inventory.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Joey?
Got
Oh,
blinds.
is it roller skating zombie
It
time?
is
Blindsided.
roller skating
Great.
zombie time.
I can see how you went down so quickly because those guys do an insane amount of damage. But you're good.
Yeah.
In future updates, will we
Following
be
me.
able to roller skate? Because that's,
Oh man, that
the
sounds,
next step.
That sounds epic. That does sound epic.
Just, tossing out an idea here. Feel free to use it.
In other words, Scott's like, Lee, you guys
God.
must do this.
Jesus. Oh. Okay, I'm still up, but man, those roller skating zombies do so much damage when they get you.
Yeah, so you kind of see the trade-off, right, between having this awesome kung fu power, but then also having to deal with things so up close and personal.
I just unlocked shurikens though, so I'm throwing some of those at these zombies. Oh, they're gonna get me though. Yep. There's like 3 of them. I'm on stage at the Punk Club if anybody's nearby.
Might
I'm
be
right
able
here.
to get to you.
I got it.
Sick. Oh, thanks, man.
Please
Yeah.
don't. Oh,
Oh, I'm shooting them. I'm shooting them. Did they get you too?
not yet.
Okay, cool.
I said yet.
So what do you guys think about the kung fu and you getting to see kicks coming out?
It's very different. It's like I said, I don't remember there ever being kung fu in a Call of Duty game before. So it's fun. Like it's actually kind of reminds me of how in Rave in the Redwoods you started with just melee weapons. Like I
Yeah.
think you had, in order to get a gun, you actually had to unlock the second area. Like in the starting area, it was just melee. From what I remember,
Yeah, so
it reminds me of that a bit.
yeah, we really wanted to play up the idea, and like I had mentioned to you guys in the past when we were here, was we really wanted to play up the idea that you were in a scenario that was, you're dropped in the middle of nowhere and you have to just find anything you can to survive. And so this is the evolution of sort of that combat idea of really getting players up close and personal and having to step out of their comfort zone. It's a completely different experience when you're able to shoot zombies from across the room. It's really different when they're 2 feet in front of you.
That is very true. Oh,
What was that? Oh,
I backed, no joke, I got stuck on a pizza box. Like I was backing up and then stopped backing up, turned around, pizza box. Or well, stack of them. But yeah, if anybody wants to,
I'll see if I can get into. You got a lot of guys in there.
yeah, I do.
You throw some grenades
I'm
back
crawling
there to
out.
clear out space.
Yeah, that's a great one because it's a small room with a bunch of zombies in it, so good call. There's more coming, but I'm getting some of them.
See if I can get you now.
Cool. I got 6 seconds.
Oop, I don't know if I can.
Oh, sorry, man.
It's gonna be tight, sorry.
Yeah, there was a flood of zombies coming out of that room. Oh, that's cool. I just realized that connects up with the dance club. Took me a second to
Oh,
realize
I
where
almost
we
had
were.
you. So
there's
close.
some Disco Inferno.
Nah, no worries.
Disco Inferno. Burn, baby, burn. It's exactly what we want the zombies to do.
Again, big fan of the licensed tracks in this map so far.
Yeah, shout out to Brian Bright, man, our project director. This guy, I always say it, he is the maestro of music, man. He has a collection that is to be reckoned with. And there's Poindexter's angst again. I don't know if you guys caught that, but I'm flipping on the switch. And he's like, another power switch, yay! So you can kind of tell that he's really buying into this whole idea of the repeat process of what Willard's putting them through.
He's reached his angsty teenage phase.
Oh,
I guess.
he's in it. He's in it, and we take it to the max. And surprisingly, Seth Green plays that amazingly well. It's like he's done it before or something.
He has a fair amount of experience. Yes, got a Tiger Gourd. Got my Banshee. Doing all right here.
I'm gonna see if I can open some of our hot routes here.
How you doing, Joey?
Oh, not very good.
I saw that happening. I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait a second, see if you survive. Oh dang, that guy's not going down. What? Oh my god. I blame you, Joey. This is your fault. Went to save you.
We
and,
are in scene 8 after all. They can grab some of these kung fu powers.
Yeah, man. Even
all
the basic zombies are pretty ruthless after like scene 7 or so.
all the power on in here.
Light this entire fucking place up.
I see you've selected Tiger Style as well.
Tiger.
It's always cool seeing how these maps interconnect, because I never quite know where I'm gonna come out, and then you like emerge out of a tunnel, and you're like, oh my god, I'm back here. It's kind of cool how like all these mazes kind of connect together.
Yeah. I'm gonna activate one of our traps here. Blast some zombies with water. Playing with the fire hydrant is always fun. You guys Afterlife arcading it over there?
Yep.
Currently, yes.
Knock some teeth out.
Encrypted Attack. That's one of my favorite games to play. Love those cryptids. That was a good time we had making Extinction way back.
How big is the team that works on all the Afterlife arcade games? Because what's funny is these are, extremely accurate recreations of what at one time passed for a full game.
It is our team. The Zombies team, all this content is cooked up by the Zombies team. We have external teams that support us, but our team is we're a fairly small team, so the amount of content that we're able to kick out and the speed of time in which we're able to do it is actually really, really impressive. Shout out to our IW Zombies team back home. These guys do an incredible job. I mean, bringing the environment to life, all the various weapons from the Fate and Fortune cards, all the Easter eggs that we design, create, and get into the game. These guys do an absolutely phenomenal job at bringing all of this world to life. I think it's easy to sometimes think, oh man, these guys must just have like a DLC button that they just press and content pops out, but these guys really pour their heart and souls into it.
All right, I'm back at the dojo. Joey looks like he's here with me.
Oh god, please, can you just activate some powers? That's all I want to do.
Oh, I am down. You guys are gonna have to save me this time.
Where you at?
I got greedy with shurikens. I am in the Disco Inferno room.
Oh,
I'm making my way there.
Yep.
In fact, I'm gonna back right out of that room just so I'm not in a place to trap you guys if you can get to me.
Oh yeah, I see where you are. Joey's nearly to you. I'm not far behind.
I probably should have used my Irish luck card before I got greedy with my gourd there.
You are down. Okay. Get down the stairs.
Also down on catwalk.
Oh no, really?
I got 5 seconds.
Where are the stairs? There, okay, found the stairs. Oh, they're closed. I can't get down to you.
Uh-oh.
We never opened the stairs this time around. Sorry, man.
It's gonna get hot in here, Scott. Good luck.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Joey, where are
I'm
you
gonna
at?
rock some cryptid attack in
behind
the
you.
meantime.
Well, sorry, Lee.
We certainly gave it a good run, guys. I think that was pretty decent. Not bad.
How are we doing on time? I think we may have time for one more.
One more?
We'll see how we're doing. I think it is currently, it's 2:50. I'll leave it up to you, Lee. How are you feeling? Do you want to do one more, or do you want to call it there?
I always want to do one more. So
All right.
I think we do it. We do. We go
All
one
right.
more.
Is there anything else that's been added that we needed to check out? You showed off the Fate and Fortune cards a little bit. There's some new weapons that we've seen in there so far. Anything else you want to get in on this last run that we need to check out?
Well, let's talk about the Rat King a little bit. We haven't had a chance to actually experience the Rat King, and although we're not showing the
we
cinematics,
may not.
yeah, he's far worse than the zombies.
I believe it.
Even though we're not getting a chance to see the intro cinematic, we tell a good backstory for this character, Arthur McIntosh, who ultimately was this eccentric billionaire who owned this company, Macintosh & Macintosh. He embezzled a whole bunch of their money. He was looking for the elixir of life. He wanted to live forever, and unfortunately cost his company all the money that they had. He was indicted and ultimately wound up stealing the serum that they had created. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite ready, and that's what turns him into this horrible, terrible monster, the Rat King. So we're trying to take him out. We're trying to clean up the city, but before we can get rid of the zombie scourge, we've got to get rid of the thing that's causing this whole zombie outbreak, which is basically Arthur McIntosh gone bad. So it's a little bit of our backstory for what exactly is going on in this city. And why is the place completely overrun with zombies?
You've got yourself a pretty compelling villain there. It's a multi-layered process filled with hubris and corruption,
Yes.
extortion and greed.
Yes.
Really all the elements of a good villain.
Yeah, exactly.
Real quick, for those of you watching, you are watching GameSpot.com's live stream of Shaolin Shuffle. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is our last run, and thank you to Lee Perry for being here. We're going to see how long we survive this time around. We're already up to scene 2. We've been streaming for about 50 minutes so far, so this will be available on demand if you're just joining us and you missed the first portion of it. A lot of good tips in here, thanks to Lee, who obviously poured his heart into this and put in a bunch of secrets that he kind of hinted at for us. So if you're just buying this on PS4, you can go back and watch and pick up some good tips. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. And be sure to like and subscribe so you can catch more of this kind of stuff in the future.
Yeah, thanks for
now,
joining us, guys.
Let's focus on not dying.
All right, so if any of you guys have... Nope, looks like nobody has it. We all got Banshees.
I'm actually about to go buy a Banshee.
We're gonna hang out here for a second. And hopefully
I have money if you want me to open the door. It's cool.
You certainly could if you like. So this is that location I had mentioned earlier. If you want to deposit cash, you can drop cash in here, and then players can come back and pick up some cash here. So drop cash, red sign, need cash, green sign.
So I actually don't have enough. It's 1,000. I only have 750. So I have exactly enough for a Banshee, but not enough for the door yet.
I'd say go ahead and get that Banshee.
All right, yeah, let's hang out in here for scene 2.
Keep yourself covered, and I will cover your 6 while we take out some of these undead nasties here.
I'm sure by the time we're done with scene 2, we should have enough cash to get out of here.
We are certainly close. I got 690, so we're almost there.
Oh, whoops, I was wrong because we were nearly done with scene 2 already.
Buy quick.
Yeah, before we depart, I wanted to give a shout out to the team back home at Infinity Ward, all the guys that helped crank out this content. This is not a one-man job. This takes an entire team to make this happen. So I want to make sure that everyone knows those guys all get credit from all the way from the project director, Brian Bright, all the way down to the QA teams that help us go through and find all the nasty bugs and make this thing as fun of an experience as we possibly can. All the designers back home that are helping create all these crazy, zany Easter eggs, sitting in that room talking about crazy, nonsensical things. Every time I walk in there and hear the conversations they're having, it's like, you want to do what? Put what where? So shout out to those guys. And of course, our art teams that help bring this whole thing to life, from our art director, Jake Geiger, who oversees all the environment art team, as well as helping make sure we get everything lit properly, and oversees, the character development as well as all of our creature development. We have an amazing group of guys and gals back home that help bring this whole thing to life. So shout out to them. We're super proud of what we did with this episode, and like I said before, we have a lot of stuff up our sleeve. We want to keep fans guessing at what we could and couldn't be doing with this content. So. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. We have a lot of things hidden in here that are sort of nods to what we're going to be doing next. And also, there's a lot of questions about this Easter egg that we have hidden in Spaceland that people want to know about. I keep telling people this is you're one step closer in Shaolin Shuffle. This gets you one step closer to that magic Easter egg. So hang in there, folks. We're almost there.
I'm telling you, Wu-Tang Clan and DLC 4. Yeah, I've never made games, but I've spent many years talking to people who make them. And from what I understand, it's pretty hard. So
it is very hard.
Awesome to give credit to the people back home who are doing all this hard work and making all this fun content.
Absolutely. Those guys are the best guys and gals on our team. And we have a pretty diverse group of folks there. So really, that's why you get to see this crazy mix-up and mashup of zany characters. It's everybody pouring their heart and soul and ideas into all of the things that we're doing.
Yeah, man, the more perspectives you have on a problem, the more solutions you're going to come up with, right? More ideas, more creativity you're going to be able to pour into it.
That's right.
That's awesome. Whoa, two rotating zombies spawned directly in front of me, which was actually perfect because I was able to just banshee them straight into oblivion. But it's a little intimidating. Hey, if you guard the ramp, I'm going to guard the roof.
All right.
So no one's gonna sneak up on us.
Must have come through top side of the building.
Nah.
We're gonna go snake.
We're fine.
This time.
Everything's fine. Oh yeah, I haven't tried snake yet.
Whoa.
So far, I've been crane and tiger.
Buildings burning
I
down,
picked up
and you're like,
dragon.
everything's fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
There's a mob of roller skating zombies.
Yeah, I thought I'd bring them over to you guys and introduce you to the
Couple on
roller
the
skating
roof.
zombies.
Yeah, again, that ramp is super useful to just bottleneck them. If you can run away effectively.
Yeah, it's one of the best starting locations. It gives you a good vantage point if you're looking down on them. Also, keep in mind in this first starting area, you've got the bus that you can climb on top of to give yourself a little bit of a vantage point as well. So if you want to spread the wealth, one person can kind of hang out on the bus, one person can hide out on the ramp, and then you can have a person working the roof and a person working the ground below. So
I haven't even tried that yet. All right.
there's a lot of different ways to approach attacking this space.
Going for Kung Fu, switching over to Dragon style. So you're hanging out in the Punk Club?
Not
How do you
for
activate?
long.
There's a mosh pit trap too, right? That's somewhere.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah, it is in the punk spot. So keep an eye
I'm looking
there.
around for like a
find it.
prompt or something I could activate.
You might see some mosh pit action going on. Actually, motion captured.
You put a bunch of people in motion
by
capture suits and had a mosh?
someone on our team back home. It's
Please tell
awesome.
me it was one guy. That wasn't actually like a full-on mosh pit. You just had one guy doing all the parts of a mosh pit.
All right, I gotta do it. Mr. Brian Bright in the mosh pit. I'm gonna have to post pictures on Twitter.
Oh, please do. Please do.
We got him in the mocap suit.
Mocap mosh pit. Never thought I'd hear those words together. Boom.
All right, so I got Snake rank 1 going on. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm doing all right on Dragon. I'm not quite at rank 2 yet.
And of course, I'm playing as AJ, our sleazeball of the group. Listen for all of his little bits of innuendo. This guy's definitely got a little something up his sleeve, if you know what I mean.
Was that an in? Okay.
He's a ladies' man in this one. I think he always thinks he's a ladies' man.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like being a ladies' man and thinking you're a ladies' man are very different things.
Yes. But he's very confident in his capabilities. Everyone else might not be, but he certainly is.
Whoop. So I'm in the dance floor. What are you guys up to? Does anybody need help anywhere?
Also here.
All right.
I am on the rooftop.
Oh, like way back by the start?
Nope, I am on the punk rooftop.
Oh, okay.
I got the power on up here.
Let us know if you want us to activate any.
Oh, I'm
anything.
down behind you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I can get back to you. Hang on.
Just claw your way back.
Yeah,
with
I'm
the
not too
dragon
far.
style.
Oh, I am down. I lost my kung fu at the
All right,
wrong
I'm
time.
right at Joey. Up.
I lost my kung fu grip.
Shoot people, Joey. Shoot people.
I don't see anyone.
And we're just descending into death, a spiral of death.
You know what's funny? That was one of our worst rounds. Like we were getting better and better, and that one we all kind of blew it at the same time.
Number 7?
Oh, man.
team, go team.
I was like halfway done reviving him, and I didn't see anybody in front of me. I was like, as long as no one's behind me, we're fine. And then as soon as I think that, I see my health, like I see like the screen starts going red. I'm like, oh man.
We tried, guys. We tried. We gave it a good run.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Lee.
Thank you so
were
much for having
clearly
me.
carrying us through most of this experience. Your insights were invaluable. We probably wouldn't have found most of that stuff on our own, at least on these first few playthroughs. But I'm excited that other people out there on the internet have been like digging things up and
Yes,
sharing all that information
yes.
with the community. That's super cool. So yeah, if you want to pick up Shaolin Shuffle, it's available now on PS4. Thank you guys for joining us for this live stream. Again, this is GameSpot.com. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, be sure to like and subscribe because we're going to do more of this kind of thing in the future. This is Joey. I'm Scott. This has been Lee Ross. Thanks again, guys. We will catch you next time for more Call of Duty Zombies.
See you guys.